Hello and welcome to the FMSL Podcast, episode 16. Yes, the sweet 16. And today we've got a very lovely Yorkshireman. But first, Chrissy.
We got a sexy southerner.
No, well, you had to say that one, not me. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. You all right? How warm is it today?
I'm just a bit hot. We are recording this on Monday, the 24th of June, and it has been a scorcher for the whole weekend, and it's been hot. I'm hot.
I was talking to my missus about it today. I was saying it's mad how everyone pays loads of money to go on holiday, but as soon as it's hot in England, we moan like fuck.
It's because it's a different kind of heat. Anyway, we are not. I don't know. We're not a global warming channel. So here is our.
Bring a bit of sunshine to the pod. Please welcome
Mr. Oliver Ronan.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing, Ollie?
I'm not too bad. Yourself?
No, I can see you're a bit hot there. I hope you've not been outside. You might burn.
He is a good-looking bloke, to be fair. I can see why you think he's a bit hot.
Oh man, it's been a long season so far, hasn't it? And I'm ready. I'm ready for the window. But how are you doing in the league, Oliver?
I'm doing all right. I was playing until I met Chrissy this past week, and it just ruined my season.
You're always gonna have somebody that ruins your season. Don't you worry about that.
You two are the worst. We're on game week 4, and you're like, "Is it? The season's ruined. Bring on the window."
Season's ruined. It is. It's ruined. Automatic promotion's gone for me anyway. So I'm just vibing. I'm just vibing, and we'll pull it up in a minute. But yeah, I'm vibing. This is the You got 2 championship rivals here. One seat.
Acquaintances. I wouldn't say rivals. We're acquaintances. Me and Oliver.
You putting yourself above him, mate?
He's above me.
Only just. I mean, like I say, I'm looking at the fixtures now. So he had a traditional FMSL opening week with a 2-1 win and a 2-1 loss. And then, Oliver, talk us through. Now, it don't happen very often, mate. You've got to have a bit of skill. You've got to be able to grow up to be part of the grow up club, and you got the perfect week in game week 3.
It was interesting. I had James Bond, and I thought that's a tough match. But I somehow fluked a win home and away against him. I can't remember who I played after that. But it was.
I can tell you right now, mate.
There were no.
It was that much of an eventful week.
It was very much luck more than judgment. That's what I would say.
Yeah, Monza it was. Monza,
yeah.
Was that managerless Monza or was that Wesley?
No, that was Wesley
Monza.
Bless him.
Yeah. That was the start of the downhill for him because he was like, if I can't beat him, then what hope is there?
Yeah, I played him that week as well. I only got 4 points.
He's been done by the team in yellow. It's just like, which one? I don't know. God.
I only took 4 points off him. He played well against me. He was hard to break down.
I think it's becoming a bit more. I think if you play a little bit more defensive now, I think you've kind of got a bit more of a chance. Obviously, it's been different in the last couple of months, the way people have been playing and how it's been and all that. But now it's starting to change quite rapidly. It is starting to kind of go all over.
I personally think people are just going, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going all out. Let's see who can score the most goals. You can't say that, Cam, because you had a 7-7 the other week. People You only get a few managers that are trying to, like, do you know what I mean? They're just trying to.
Yeah, but I've did that now, and I've kind of just got to a point where I'm like, well, what's the point? Because went all out, like, we'll probably speak about it later, but like this most recent game weeks done me totally. I can't believe what happened. I can't believe it, like, genuinely. Like, you know, we're always big up Dan Becker, but that's killed me. But I will pull up our lovely league table.
We'll get to that.
I pressed the wrong one. But yeah, it's
standard.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that so much. I hate looking at that table. I don't like usually, you know what I mean? It's 1 or 2. Actually, to be fair, that League 2 season we had, Cam, I was 3rd all season. Just hates it. Rangers are top. Rangers.
Yeah, he must have had a good week. I haven't looked at the results, but he must have had a good week.
He had a perfect week as well. Don't mention it to him, though.
You've said it now. It's too late.
But yeah, anyway, just quickly going back to Oliver as he's here. Hello, Oliver. Me and him played last week. I did bring it up on the pod. 2 close games, 3-2 and a 2-1. So I know you said, it's a downhill after playing me, but they were hard games, mate. And admittedly, Clone Lewis, I mean, he's sort of like a silent assassin. You don't hear much from him, but he knows what he's doing. He's been in the league, like Jake said about, he's been in the league for years, so he knows what he's doing. So just remember anything about them games?
Yeah, annoyingly against Lewis, he had like 4 shots on target in both matches and scored 4 goals. I couldn't break him down for love nor money, and then I was fuming. I was fuming after them matches.
I think you texted me after it, and you sent us a screenshot, and you were like, "I hate this so much. I'm done with FM." And I was just like, "Yeah, I would feel that." Then it happened to me, so I feel you.
Yeah, because I remember in the championship group chat, I wrote, "Clinical Lewis." I goes, "But I hate his pain when it's against me." And you wrote, "Yeah, it is pain, mate."
Yeah, absolutely is pain. And then against you, Milinkovic-Savic were doing his best to get me that win, especially in the first match. When I think there were 2 goals where it just stood still and let my attackers do
that was funny. That was funny, though. The first goal, like I said in the pod, though, you had to get on the press to get there anyway, so respect. But the first goal, we come charging out, and then I can't remember who scored, but your mate, it was Griezmann, Griezmann was the 3rd one. But he just taps it in. And then the 3rd one, I was saying to Cam, he just stood there, didn't he? Everyone just watched it, and Griezmann went, "Cheers, mate." See you later.
Yeah. And then second game, it would just it went the way the first game should have done. I would say.
Yeah, we both said that was probably the fairest result out of all of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 points each. We'll take that. We'll take that all day long. So, what's your season coming on? So, we're looking at the table now. You're sitting nicely in 4th, mate. 6 wins, 4 losses. That's not bad.
It's all or nothing for me. There's no draws. I was hopeful of like playoffs at the start of the season, and it's panning out nicely. Not far behind Rangers, and just up the best. Yeah,
I mean, you look at all the leagues, bar Cam's League 1. This looks quite tight at the top. And the Prem. Mark's running away. Is this the recently updated one as well? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is like half an hour ago.
You are good.
I am.
Technical whiz kid over there. So yeah, but obviously they've got a couple of games in there. Oh, actually no, Prem ain't. But yeah, it's quite tight, mate. I mean, there's 4 points. Is it 7 points? So a bad game week for Jake is what we all want. And the league could open up to everyone. It'd be perfect.
It's what we live for. A bad game week for Jake. It's what we live for. It's why we're here. It's the only reason we're all here is for that. Just so we can wind
up. What we all turn up for.
Yeah, so, I mean, to be fair, it's looking. Can I just say it is looking quite tight in the championship, but it's looking quite tight at the bottom of the championship as well. Like, there's a very big gap between, like, you know, your Monza and Cologne. There's like a big gap as to where people will be. And just looking at the other leagues as well, it does look quite similar. Like, obviously, Niall is where he is in the bottom of the Prem. But like me and Oliver were just saying before he came on, like, he's trying to claw his way out of there as well, out of that spot. Like, he's doing quite well. Like, at first, I didn't really look. Yeah, start with -18.
How funny would it be if he does it though? Because I tell you what, I wouldn't write him off at the moment. He's putting out some results.
If he gets 2 perfect weeks and he finishes, you know, the rest of this game week as well, like, well, no, if he finishes the rest of this game week with wins and then next week it's a perfect week, he's pretty much safe, I reckon, depending on his opponent. But yeah, I mean, looking at all the tables, it's like that. Obviously, you've got your stragglers at the bottom of the table. Like, looking, I just want to say, we did say this before, Oliver, as well. Shout out to our man Andy, because he's currently on 13 points. That's what he got in the whole total of last season.
He's just progressed. Games to play. He's just, we've watched him develop. All right, okay, he's not setting the FMSL alight, so to speak, but he's getting so much better. Like, remember that first season? I think me and you, Cam, I was third from bottom, you were seconds, and he had like, it must have been like a couple of points. And every season he's getting better and better and better. I'm watching him still enjoy the game as well, still enjoy the league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just brilliant to see.
Yeah, what me and Oliver was doing before, it's like he's just having such a good time, isn't he?
Yeah, it's great to see. And his progression's brilliant. Like, he's 2 points behind Joe. That's great, that is.
2 points behind Joe. Joe's on the wobble.
Joe's set for another season in League Two.
Joe's sitting at home with his tactics ball going, what's going on?
I don't know. Surely he must, like, because he's not playing bad. I mean, you look at a lot of teams in the playoffs there. It's relatively close, and he's got a positive goal difference. He's won more games than he's drawn and lost. All right, it's only by 1. But, yeah. But as we were saying before, you know yourself, Oliver, every season we progress, the league, no matter what division you're in, it just gets harder.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like Premier League have all the best players and League Two have all the worst players. I think, like, current ability-wise, everyone's quite level. With how good the teams are. Yeah,
I would agree. I would agree with that. I think it's very well balanced, and it's not like it used to be many years ago, where it was, you know, all the best players would eventually, you know, funnel up, and all of the sort of worst players would funnel down. And it is nice to see that everybody's shared around. But I know you had a bit of I can't remember what cup it was, Oliver, where you had a bit of a nightmare.
With the match being simmed.
Yeah, which cup was that?
FMSL.
We'll just fling straight across to that one, shall we? I can't remember which cup it was. So obviously, looking at that, where are you on there?
That was last season, wasn't it?
No, it was this season in prelims. They were in prelims.
That's even worse. I've not even got the prelims in. That's killing me.
I didn't get into real thing.
But just quickly looking at that one,
I thought we said before we wasn't going to talk about it, and then Cam, who loves a little bit of drama, get them likes up.
Give the people what they want. But no, in all seriousness, just to have a quick look at this. I just saw yellow teams before and assumed you were one of them. My mistake.
No.
But just looking at that, Chrissy, where are you, my son? Oh, you got knocked out to Dan.
I told you this the other day.
Yeah, but the podcast don't
literally Do you know?
The
Yeah,
viewers
they do.
don't know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Do you know why? Because I listened to our podcast on the way home from work today, and you were saying about not playing Dan Bicker. You were saying you didn't want to get depressed on the podcast, and I said I got battered by Dan 4-2, and I even brought up Jacob Ramsey. So they do know, mate. Thank you for bringing it up.
Well. You know, to be fair, I played Dan, and I was like sadness from inside out. It was absolutely ridiculous. I was like crying. I was just like, what's going on? Attacked. Nothing. Like literally no highlights. And then the two highlights that happened. One of them, goalkeeper kicks it up. Odegaard heads it on. It gets headed back. It bounces in front of him. Odegaard stands there like. Ball runs in front. He passes it through. Højlund back of the net. And then the other one was a ball over. And then the other game, ball over the top. Header. Ball trickled on. Højlund just smashed it in the bottom corner. Nothing that could be done. That was it. That was the highlight. Might as well have not played. I said this to Oliver before. I'd completely forgotten about it if Dan hadn't have texted me and said, "Oh, we're going to play." I would have just let him have the point because I
give me my points.
I wouldn't even been bothered. I would have just been like, "Yeah, take it. Don't want to play you." Didn't matter anyway, did it? But yeah, moving on back to the Heating Cup, where Oliver is not in that one again. Just a quick one, obviously.
Nah, neither am I.
Semi-finals this week.
Neither are you.
I'm never in this cup. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I don't care about. But
they're all good cups.
Yeah, Chrissy, you're not even in this one. What's going on?
I told you. I played the first game. This is what I was saying about that keeper. There's a reason that keeper was 500k. First game I played against him, Ronan, he concedes 5 goals. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, it was just an uphill battle. Which
I don't know, Oliver. Would you pay 500k for a keeper in starting?
No.
Do you know what?
I paid 99 million for a keeper.
This
is where we're going to end the league table. Like, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion.
Because we were talking about this the other day. Until I played you, I didn't realise how good. That's a weird question. I never thought keepers really mattered. It was never really that high on my agenda. You noticed I paid for Milinkovic-Savic was like 2.6 mil, 500k for Capriel. So it was never. But like the way Alisson played and the way Milinkovic-Savic played, I'm dropping big bucks this window on a keeper. I'm just going all out. I don't care who it is, where he's from, who he plays for.
So Oliver, the big question
at least
here
6'4".
So the big
question. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Or keepers worth it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't one for like dropping big bucks on a keeper before, but like 2 or 3 windows ago, I had like 99 million burning a hole in my pocket, and I saw some were available. As you do, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna roll the dice and go for it. Why not? And it's paid off dividends big time.
Yeah, it's class. He was class. Do you know what I mean? Against me, he was class. I said it to Cam in the other pods. He's just it's not even the highlights you see. Do you know what I mean? You're watching your team score goals, and then you're watching their goalkeeper's rating go up and up and up and up, and you're like, hang on a minute, why can't my keeper do that? But I mean, it's all fair, mate. I think you've built a class team. I'm just loading up now, sorry. You know what I mean? You've got Alisson in goal. I mean, that defence, you haven't got... obviously, on our stat sheets, it does play a description, doesn't it, as their positions. So it only says you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders, effectively. But I mean, Ronald Araggio, he was one of your first signings in the first draft. Bless us, I think he was there.
You've got a good side. I think you've got one of the best ones, I think.
Araggio. Definitely. And that's another question I wanted to ask you actually before we talk about your team. As I've been the championship admin for quite a while before I come into this, there's always one player that I was always having to put goal or assist on. Goal or assist. He isn't there this season, Oliver. Do you know what player I'm talking about? And what happened to him?
Joe Manning?
No.
Oh.
No. He was from a lovely little
I know you
Caribbean
mean.
island.
Levi Garcia.
Where's he gone?
I had to release him.
No.
It did break my heart to release him. But I had to. But yeah, he's an Athens legend. He's Levi Garcia.
Yeah. What was that for? Was that under 23 quota or?
I'd forgotten to add one of my free transfers, and I had to release him to get him in.
No.
But yeah, the Trinidadian Vinny Jr. is no more.
That's depressing.
Oh, he was class as well. Honestly,
one day is so bad.
Remember we spoke about before how some players can, all right, their attributes aren't that great, but in the match engine they just perform. And honestly, I was clicking his name every week. All right,
I think there's a lot of them this year, though. There's a lot of them this year, I feel. Now, after shame, could he not released anybody else and just lived with a decision, or?
No, because I've got, like you said, very limited defenders. I couldn't touch any of them. And midfielder wise, they're all like they're either first teamers or like high PA.
The value. I see what you're saying. I mean, looking at it now, though, that was nice.
Sorry
great
about
graphics,
that.
I must add.
Some great
That's
graphics.
right.
I know. I wonder who made that.
Wasn't Niall. Anyway, Oliver, let's talk about your Athens team this season. Obviously, you've brought in some cracking players. Who's been your favourite player?
Favourite player this year, I'd have to say Antoine Griezmann. He's been different gravy.
I mean, three goals,
very lucky to
3
have got him.
assists. I would say it's great searching. I wouldn't say it's lucky.
I think it's lucky because he is retiring. And the whole retiring argument was there. And if it wasn't for me accidentally transferring him to the team and had found out that previously and then told Oliver, and then he wouldn't tell us who he was picking because I was going to pick him. Really screwed me over a little bit, but it's all okay. Don't worry about it.
See, I see it differently though, because you was always going to pick. Hang on, who was it? You was always. Who was it? No, Seko Fofana. Seko Fofana.
Well, if I had have got,
you was going on about him, and then Oliver asked me if Griezmann was available, and I was like, "No, I don't think so, mate. Let me check." And then afterwards, Cam was like, "Oh, I don't know who I'm going to go for now. I don't know what I'm going to do." Honestly, transfer window Cam is the worst Cam.
I think it's prime Cam. Prime Cam.
Worst is the wrong word to say. Prime, definitely prime Cam. If you want to see happiness, sadness, confusion, guilt, love,
anxiety,
jealousy.
You can either watch Inside Out 2 or you can watch me on Transfer Week. It's both the same.
Yeah,
it was funny.
It's gonna be better this year. It's gonna be more drama.
But Griezmann's a great snap up.
He's a good player, isn't he? Even for his age. Like, obviously, a lot of people like Niall are very ageist, but you are pro age, which is great.
I'm inclusive. I'm
very
inclusive.
aren't you? But I mean, you jumped up to get him, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I bought. I think it was Mark's free pick, because I had like a list of like 7 or 8 players, and I think I were like 8th, and I was happy with any of them. And so I knew that I was going to get one of my top picks. It was just a matter of who.
This class of free agents in the free draft was really good.
Oh, it was
really good. Brilliant. I mean, I got Koulibaly. I know he's a bit old, but then every time he had to fill in for Antonio Silva or someone, he's done the job. I mean, when the players have still got the ability, like with Griezmann, it's worth paying that 4 or 5 mil, even if it's for one season.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just having that ball players. And I do generally think that when they do the sim, when the season progresses, I think having an older player, do you know what I mean, with leadership and experience will help the younger players. I don't know if it actually does, but in my head, I like to think that they play a part. Do you know what I mean?
Like a bit of a mentor.
Yeah. I mean, I know you can't set it, but surely in game, you know what I mean? Like it would happen in real life. That's how I like to see it.
Yeah, but I think even in the game it does do that though. I think it probably does, doesn't it? Like automatically, because the game's playing. It's not just. Do you know what I mean? Like I've done that on a personal save where I've got 2 very experienced midfielders with 2 separate under kids, and then another under 18 who's like got good potential. Like that's like the way to go, I think. But even on FMSL, it's handy having an older player. I feel like it's handy anyway. Like
we're on about just one.
He's on about one team.
Yeah, it's good to have a vets team in FMSL. You've got to have a vets team.
But no,
I mean,
I think
your team isn't old. Yeah, but it's not that old.
It's not old now. It's had its time.
Lewandowski, but then you can have him because he's a world-class player. It's when you have players like Winston Reid and James Milner,
Mark Noble,
infamous.
Ah, good old Sparky Marky. Honestly, what a sad day that was when he retired. But yeah, FMSL's FMSL. Like obviously it does progress, but I love it. I really do love it. I love an older player. I've got to say, Griezmann's probably, I reckon, the best free signing over 32 by a country mile. Like that's gone on this year. I think it's been there.
Do you know what? I would have said Neymar was up there, but you paid like 20 mil to get him. So
no, I said this season.
Oh right.
Oh yeah. Oh, Neymar was class, but like I did pay 20 mil, but that valuation of I paid £20 million for Neymar came in clutch when the Pedri deal came around. Came in clutch. And the fact that Lucas Rodriguez was worth 16 million at the lowest price also helped. So thank you, Craig, for embellishing the Anderlecht starvation fund. It has really helped us improve in no way, shape, or form. And my defence is even in worse shape than before. So thank you very much for that.
Got even worse.
It's got even worse.
Can I have Neymar back, please?
It's painful. I just want Christiansen. I don't really care about the rest of them. I'll take Christiansen back. I should never have got rid of him. But it is what it is. What's the one player you regret letting go this last window? There's got to be one.
Levi Garcia.
I don't. Probably Levi Garcia. Because like you could say like Germany, but I got Edison and Beto and some money with him, and that's a great deal. Beto he's one of those players that just suits the game engine really well.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Apart from that, I didn't really do any deals in the internals. But yeah, probably Levi Garcia, the cult hero.
I think sometimes though in the window you have to do them deals. Like with Tchouaméni, when it comes in, you think, oh, all right, it's a big name player. His attributes are good, but what you got for him, I think, was a great deal. Do you know what I mean? And some cash as well. It was just, it was nice.
Yeah,
nice little deal.
It was like a day or so of negotiations with Lewis for that though. We're both like not wanting to move too much on our valuations.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing I love about the window is obviously people, you see it. I mean, when you play FM normally, negotiations don't take long. In FMSL, they can take days. You can be there for nights, like 24 hours, 48 hours, going back and forth until someone finally gives in or someone goes, actually, mate, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And there was someone were wanting Chiesa. No, I didn't want to let both like Chiesa and Tchouaméni go. And they asked me what I wanted. I was like, like 200 mil straight up. Like, you give me that, fine, you can have him, but no one's gonna pay that much for Chiesa. So,
I think that's quite funny because every time I do that, people call me a tight arse and say I'm not good for the window. So double standards, lads, double standards, keep it up. But
see, I always say I don't really want to sell him. I can't really put a price on him. And they say, give me a price, and then I'll say, all right, 200 mil. Do you know what I mean? What can you do? Yeah, I'm like, look, I told you I don't want to sell him. I can't put a price on him. Not because of I don't look at his profile and say, oh yeah, he's worth this amount. To my team, he's worth a lot more than that, and I can't justify selling him because he works well in my team. I don't need to sell him.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because that's. Do you know, Chrissy? Just going back, right? I know there's one. I'm not going to name the person. The person who will be watching this podcast, who, when I said I am not selling a certain player, went, how much? 150 million cash. Now, what's the best you can do? 150 million cash. How about certain player who was worth probably 25 million and 75 mil cash? No. That's nowhere near, but that's my valuation. No. And it proceeded for 4 days before I had to say, look, you can't buy him because I don't want to sell him. And they still tried up until the last bit of the window to keep going for that player. But yeah, it's fucking mental. I don't get it. Sorry, I know I cut you off, Oliver, but that just made us giggle so much because that's just like that. There's either that or there's the side of, Chrissy, do you want to swap Odegaard and Bellingham? Yeah, why not? Strike out a deal in 10 minutes. Like, it's fucking mental. Like, there's such a contrast, and it really does blow my mind. But I couldn't imagine doing that in like a real life scenario and trying to do it with a club after dealing with all you lot on FMSL. That would be hilarious. How much do you want for him? 130 million. How about if you give me this much? Oh, Chrissy, you look a bit hot.
Imagine going to McDonald's and being like, "Can I have Big Mac, please?" Yeah, it's a $5. No, I'll give you £2 plus £3 tomorrow, if that's all right. But
I'll give you £2 and I'll work for 15 minutes.
There'll be someone in this group chat that'll have done that.
Yeah, but if you want a player that bad, you pay the money. Do you know what I mean? I think if you really want that player, if you've done your research, that player fits your style perfectly, you do pay the money.
Yeah, I think you do.
Absolutely.
I want another past deal I want to talk to Oliver about as well. What was that deal you did with getting Chiesa in and then you sold someone?
Gakpo. No.
Yeah, that was it. And when it felt like it got on, can you remember it? It's quite a good little story.
So I think it was Furman who wanted to buy Gakpo, and I didn't want to sell Gakpo. I said, look, if you want him, 120 million. And he was like, oh, that's too much. I can't go that high. And like 3 hours later, he comes back and he's like, oh, about 80 plus 40. I was like, you know what? Hold that thought, because Oliver was telling Kaiser all the time for about 120. So I was messaging him saying, "Oh, what about like 80 plus 40? How does that sound for you?" And he was like, I think he was like, "Oh yeah, let's go with that." I went, "All right, cheers." And they went to Furman, confirmed his deal, and basically swapped Chiesa for Gakpo, and the rest is history. So, it were a good bit of deal.
That's I like that kind of deal. That's a good deal. I like that. I think that's fucking mint.
What window was that? Was that the second window?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Transfer window 2.
Because Furman was still here then, yeah.
I'm trying to find it. Hang on. Bear with me 2 seconds. It must have been the third. Hang on, some of the historic previous deals, because I swear you like. I swear you added like 1 million. It was like 81 plus 41.
Oh,
and I remember.
Fuck yeah! So yeah, it was. 81
yeah, because I remember it come up. You said confirmed deal announced. Chiesa going to thing, and then the other one was 81. But there's like 1 mil difference. So you made.
I've spent 2 million on buying Chiesa. Yeah. That's exactly how much I spent.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's it. You would do that as well, just to be like, look what I got for 2 million quid. You would as well. That's you. That's your smugness. You would as well, and you can't sit there and lie either.
Class negotiation tactics.
Yeah,
you're in it for a profit, mate.
Keep it quiet, and then you can negotiate.
Keep it quiet. Oh, I still can't find it. I'm having a nightmare here.
Oh, you're all
I've gone. Here we go. Yeah, that was it. 41. Yeah. Quality. Right, Oliver, I want to talk about your games coming up. So, you've got 4. We've all got 4 opponents left.
4 games left.
Yeah, so you got Getafe this week.
Got the 2 Craigs this week.
Oh, it's a Craig week. I tell you what, Olympiacos. I beat Olympiacos. Took 6 points off him first week. Since then, he's literally took that defeat personally, and he's taken it out on everyone else in the league. He hasn't lost or dropped any points since I beat him. I don't know what he's been feeding Lukaku, but yeah. It's going to be tough games. I need you to pull something out of the bag, mate. I want you to stay in the title race with me. I say that and I'll lose all 4 games this week. But I want you to, do you know what I mean? It's just exciting. Because also, I'm pretty sure, Jake's got him next week. So yeah, what's your predictions for this week in your games? Give us a round number of points.
A round number of points. I'd say 7 or 8. I'll be right.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
2 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah, nice. Take that, and then going into the final week.
Yeah,
you've got Jake as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Oliver. Come on, my boy. Me and you, baby. Me and you.
Gonna
be interesting.
Yeah, that next week could be very disappointing for Jake. He could lose both games and he could win both games. That's how tight the championship is.
He's got to play Olympiacos as well next week.
Yeah,
I reckon that's a bottle going in with Jake's name on it, like on the championship group chat. Chris is fuming.
If he does, I would send him an empty. I would send an empty bottle to Burnley in the post.
Honestly, send him a nice one though. Send him like a Voss one, something like that. Just a nice.
No, he's getting
just to ruin his day even more. Ooh, a nice bottle of Voss water. Oh, it's empty. Oh no.
He's getting as the smart price water, mate. He ain't getting nothing nice.
You should just buy him a few razors, man. He'll be fine. Like, honestly, you need to cut that beard off, like, just before anybody starts thinking I was being anything else. But Chrissy, how are you looking going into your last week then? Or your last 2 weeks? Sorry, are you excited?
Do you know what? I am excited.
Oh my God.
No offense to the rest of the league. I feel like I've played a lot. I mean, all right, I've got this week. I have Darren.
You got Mackie and Cookie.
Yeah, Darren this season. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's going on. He's bottom of the league. I had him to go up in my predictions.
I had him to go up as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Is something's gone wrong with his tactic, or his players just haven't developed as much as everyone else's? That could be the only theory. And then I've got our good friend Magnus, so that should be a good game. And then going into the final week, Lewis, who seems to be playing really well lately, and James Bond, 007, who's starting to pick up points again. So, I mean, there's definitely not any easy games, and I'll take back what I just said, because every team in this league's hard. You can't. I think now it gets to this point in the cycle where you can't assume you're going to beat a team.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's
like even I can't say that I'm going to assume that I'm going to beat anybody that I play this week, especially anyone with the name Jimmy. But I'm not looking forward to it for the rest of my games. Like, it is squeaky bum time. Like, I've got to say. I mean,
Jimmy, you say that, mate. Jimmy got a win against Celta Vigo. You didn't.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm not assuming. But yeah, I've obviously got.
He got battered by Oliver, didn't he?
Oliver.
Yeah,
did he? Oliver and Jimmy this week. He did. He got battered. Was it a 9-goal margin or something?
Yeah, 4-0, 5-0.
Smashed overall, but it is what it is. Like, Jimmy plays the game where Jimmy plays. I mean, he stayed up last season and he was angry about it. So God knows what about this season.
Ruined his streak.
No, he was actually
last season.
Do you know what I think was as well?
He got relegated.
No, he was in League One.
Yeah,
he stayed up. He stayed up in League One.
He stayed up by 1 point and he was absolutely fucking raging. Never seen.
He wanted to go back to back, but the other way.
He was furious, bless him. He was like, "I've had enough of this fucking game." I quit.
It's a weird Dutch accent.
I know it was, wasn't it? I don't know. I started thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll try that." Yeah, and then obviously like that last week, I've got the return of the dribbler and Harry Kane and Mr. Kev Heenan. Yes, it's Kev Heenan. I forgot. I got confused. Kev Heenan is one of the last games as well. That's going to be interesting, like. But what a sad time. I mean, have we played? Chrissy, do you want to play your game, or you're not ready for it?
Nah, because I left my phone in the other room.
Oh,
generally have as well. No, okay. I'll wing it.
Right. No. All right, go on then. Very quick. What's been last one?
Listen. Let me do it.
Okay, go on. I'll get the timer up.
Welcome, Oliver, to the 60 seconds this or that quiz, which we are fully prepared for. How are you feeling today, contestant?
I'm feeling good.
Good. I'm glad someone is. Right, okay, let's go, Cameron.
Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Advance forward or complete forward?
Advance forward.
Work ball into box or hit early crosses?
Work ball into box.
Permanent deal or mandatory loan?
It's got to be a mandatory loan.
Yeah, we love mandatory. Right. Cam, help. Oh no, let's see. This one on my phone. That's
right. Inside forward or inverted winger?
I like one of each.
Oh,
see, there's always one in swinging crosses or out swinging crosses.
How does he remember this?
Out swinging.
Right. Yeah. He's done with one. The box. This is shoddy. Last one. Is it stats or is it attributes?
Attributes for the players' attributes. The stats
We'll take that. That's
yeah, that was terrible.
We'll
remember
next time.
Do you know what? You're gonna have to come back on now so I can do it again. Apologies, Oliver. But I thought of another one.
Episode.
Do you do key highlights or do you do extended highlights?
Depends on I'm playing. I prefer key, but sometimes I might stick on an extended, maybe a full match.
Yeah, no.
If he's playing Kobe, he plays comprehensive with like the slowest gameplay.
No, that was full match with the slowest gameplay possible.
Was it really?
It took
just
about an hour
off
to
and
finish
left
it.
Just finished it.
That was the days, man. But thank
you,
you, Oliver.
You were annoying me.
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, he's not going to come back, and he's probably never watching this from. I can't remember where I can't actually don't disclose that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sake, man. Oh no, that's a lawsuit. Anyway, thank you, Oliver, for coming on and giving me a really hard last 2 minutes to try and not laugh while I'm doing the intro. So thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, good luck for the rest of the season, Oliver, mate. Hopefully we end on a high together and don't meet in the playoffs. Please.
Sickening that.
If you can end it playoffs and be in automatic promotion, I'll be able
that's fine, mate. That is fine. I'll do that for you. Do not worry.
Well, thank you very much, Oliver. Take
Cheers, buddy.
It is just the two of us now. Very, very quickly. It's been an interesting one. It's been a pod.
It's the heat. The heat, mate. It's the heat.
Yeah, honestly, we should get some extra. What do you call it? Money for doing it in this heat. You know, we should be getting paid a lot more.
Tell you what, if this pod gets like back to like 1,000 views again, we'll both do the next one topless.
You're having
we'll get
me
the belly out. We'll get the belly out.
Nah, that's point blank refusal. But point blank refusal.
I'm joking.
Thank you.
I'm joking, mate. This is a PG pod. This is a PG pod, mate. We can't be doing things like that.
Of course it is. Thank you very much for coming on, Chrissy. Well, we will see you in a bit. See you in a bit. So yes, this is the end. This is episode 16 of the FMSL podcast with me, Cameron, Chrissy, and Oliver Ronan. So we will see you somewhere down the road. Take care.